Awesome. Hey, so welcome to another podcast series from WBS. We call it Straight Talk. The purpose that we do this is just to share some expert advice, insights from our department leaders into how our services are, procured over here, how we conduct them for our customers, and really just hear about some, industry insights. Today we're bringing you sales operations. Sometimes I call it sales support because, it goes outside of just the regular data that you look at in sales operations. So we do a lot of other things too. As you know, I'm Akshay Mastakar. I'm WBS sales manager and marketing manager. Generally, how I put it, if you don't know who to contact, that's me. And this is Aditya. Feel free to introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Akshay. Thank you so much for having me on this podcast. So currently I'm working in Sales Support International as a team lead. I've been a part of Würth Business Services since last 6 years. So basically there are two units in sales operation, Sales Support Germany and International. So I take care of Sales Support International.
Perfect. Yeah. And that's why we work together. I think a lot of cool topics that come up with the US and just my go-to person to see what's going on and how we can do better business in that area. Cool. And I think if you guys saw the last podcast, I think one of the things I like to start with as a question is, what is the misconception about your job right now?
Yeah, so like one of the biggest misconception is that they think that we always do the sales order booking. That's not right. Okay. Actually, it's one of our core processes. There are 270 different processes that we do in sales operations. Okay. So it has like back order processing, delivery date reminders. Reporting is one of the most important tasks that we do for different customers. And basically it's not just related to APAC, but we also process for Europe as well and also for American countries.
Yeah, it's super good. That's exactly why I started it. We label the service sales operations, but sometimes the customer I mentioned is just sales support services, right? We encompass quite a wide range of services that just support the sales mechanics over here. If you don't mind, I'm just going to jump into something super hot.
Okay.
All right. I think it's on everyone's mind in the Würth group, especially with what you do in sales operations and sales support, is dealing with ERPs.
Okay.
Right? So I make a couple of jokes about it here and there internally. There's a lot of ERPs, right? And I think with WBS, one of the cool things we get to see is how all the various Würth companies operate on a systematic level, and we got to help out and kind of draw those bridges between the companies, right? So for you, how is approaching the various ERPs work for you?
Yeah, so ERPs are really important when it comes to sales operations. There are multiple ERPs that we work upon. Specifically, like a normal day for a team member in sales operations starts with SAP. Then sometimes they work on P21 and they end their day with KMS. So it's quite funny to have like different ERPs, but the kind of knowledge that we get from it is quite huge, and it's imperative to learn all those different ERPs because the kind of functionalities that they give to us, it changes everything for us, because it's not just related to inventory management, but it is also about, maintaining customer records and everything. So different ERPs, but for overall perspective, it helps us a lot.
I think we're doing this internal alignment project. I saw today breakdown from your department of one customer and what ERPs they use. And I think it was something like 6 different ERPs in conjunction with each other. So that's super funny, right? The start of the day is this, the middle of the day is this, and the evening it's something else. And I think a part of what you have to do, and perhaps you could share some insights on this, is like you said, each ERP offers a different benefit. Right? And obviously one of the things that we do, like I said earlier, which is recognizing how different companies within the Würth group work together and applying best practices across all of them. Is that something that you look into with the ERPs? What's the best way we can approach this ERP and what's the best practice?
So for example, we have a client, Würth Industrial Services US. So basically they use P21 and SAP both. So it depends. Like for some customers, they have to use the P21 system because the clients over there, they are used to it.
Okay.
So to make sure that like the orders are managed well and all those things are maintained in P21, so they cannot directly shift from P21 to SAP. Now, given the fact that S4HANA is coming into the play, so maybe in future they will be shifting it to S4HANA, maybe in 2028. But different ERPs, they help us a lot because the way it is developed, it is in a certain way that it enables other teams as well. So
yeah. I mean, S4HANA is a big announcement within the Würth group. So far, also we're expecting some changes this year.
Yeah.
What are your kind of inputs on S4HANA and this kind of integration? Where do you see the benefits? Maybe the doubts?
So basically, the database that we use in SAP is through like Oracle or SQL, right? And in S4HANA, it is completely different. Like it has its own database, SAP database now.
Okay.
So that means that SAP that we use, it is much more slower, but S4HANA will be much more faster. Like for examples, the reports that we were extracting from SAP, it used to take like some reports, they usually take around 15 to 20 minutes. But now, because if we have S4HANA, like then it might, we might be able to download those reports in like 2 or 3 minutes. So the processing will get faster. The data models, the data model that we use, it is bit limited in SAP. In S4HANA, it will be much more faster. And it will be much more simplified. And I think it's getting like in SAP is getting transition to S4HANA in 2027, I guess. So it's pretty much more faster, simplified, and 100 times faster. Also, we will be having the SAP Fury, it's modern technology.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's interesting to hear the kind of input from sales operations because obviously you guys want the benefits of S4HANA. It is overall a benefit. That's why we're going through it as a group. But where do you see the doubts? Maybe even from the service level, how are you approaching this with customers?
So basically, the major disadvantage over here is that the processing time will get reduced because of S4HANA. That will impact us a lot, but definitely there is always room for improvement. As said, that we can like shift our focus to different things that will enable the team to get to much bigger and stronger things.
Yeah, for sure. I think at the end of the day, we're not a profit center at WBS. I think what we do is really try to figure out the best solutions for the customer. Obviously with outsourcing, like even one of the topics is automation, right? It's a threat for us, but then for us, not looking at it like a threat, because at the end of the day, like I said, we're not a profit center. So we're really trying to look at it in a way how do we better ourselves in this situation? So for automation, we're trying to be a key partner in automation. We do have some capacity over there. Was our Vietnam hub. But it's the same thing with ERP integrations, right? And like what you said, where it's not about it's not an end all, basically. If the process time speeds up and we lose some hours there, not a big deal. We find the next thing that we can optimize and apply ourselves to. So basically, like back in 1970s when the computers were a new thing, everybody thought that it would be like the end of the jobs and to do everything. But that has enabled a lot of people to like get new jobs. There is always development that is happening throughout the world. So we will be searching out for new methods through which we can optimize ourselves, learn different things, and build better things going forward. So is it a boon or a curse? I personally feel it's a boon, to be honest, for sure,
because who wants to work on something that is repetitive, right?
Exactly.
Because you just go in and if you're spending your 80% of your time doing things that are repetitive, then what's the use of like having new technology?
100%. Yeah, I mean, I just had this conversation. I do a little bit of like a weekly AI mentorship just because I think it's super interesting. And one of the things that we talked about last week was how robotic process automation, robotics in general, since I was in business school, has been a topic that, they're going to take our job. And we saw even what you're saying with the Industrial Revolution. Okay. Robots came in and replaced a lot of manual labor. And I think the fundamental approach in economics is it creates new jobs that are more advanced and more effective, right? And the same situation over here. As we advance, as we improve our ERPs, maybe it reduces processing time. That's a good thing. Now we focus on the next thing of where the biggest potential and output could be.
And you never know like what is there, like, suppose we are using AI to like build some things that where we used to do a lot of manual work, right? But with the help of AI, definitely going in future, there are multiple things that will be new for us, and we can create something. And I personally think that it will create a lot of jobs. Right now, it's a difficult thing to process, but going forward, definitely it will help us a lot.
I mean, it's interesting, AI, and that obviously a kind of topic that aligns with it is automation. But I think for you guys with dealing with ERPs, like again, coming back to ERPs, like for example, the examples I've seen of AI in ERP, it's been with Microsoft Dynamics, just because they got the Copilot integration. But how do you see that affecting generally ERPs? Like, do you see an AI tool for SAP or?
We have like built bots like for sending the order confirmations to the customer, and there are multiple processes right now which are repetitive. So we can definitely build some bots for it. So they will be doing that 70 to 80% of the majority tasks. The rest of the tasks that will be completed by the team members who are working over here. So it's a good thing. It will change in the near future. AI is something that we need to like really focus on. We have to create that map on how to like automate those processes. And because the thing is that with the help of AI, the accuracy will increase, the precision will increase. We will reduce our errors, so the customer will get the end product. For example, there are some customers, they want like the data, like they want some reports, right? So with the help of AI, we can give them the exact report that they want, like so they can provide it to the CEOs or like show it to the CEOs, so we don't have any hiccups. So that is important. Like precision and accuracy is something that helps us.
I used to work in like a not a shared service, but like kind of an offshore unit for logistics services. And obviously I'm still selling capacity over there. And I just found that one of the hot selling items was reporting. And I think it's not limited to just logistics. It's all across business. I think if you have good reporting features and good insights, you shape your strategies in a more objective way, right? And I think a lot of customers don't quite understand what we do in that area. I think even just yesterday we were talking about KPI dashboards and Power BI dashboards as well. If you could share some insights from them, your dealings with WBS Vietnam, maybe.
So like we do reporting tasks majorly for Australia, China, Canada as well. So every report is subjective to the demand of the customer. So sometimes we have to use like normal Excel, sometimes we have to use Power BI. It is pretty much customer specific, but the data sometimes we extract it from the business warehouse. And credibility is something that is really important, because whatever we are sharing with the customers, it is important that the data is what we have presented to them is right. Because we don't want to like just give some data and put that band-aid on it and say that it's okay, like we have just extracted the data and all. So we have to like gain all the knowledge for the reports and present it to the customers. So like going forward, they will just analyze those reports and send it to like the higher management that they have.
Exactly. And this is the key, right? You can have a bunch of reports that don't mean a lot. Or you can have specific reports that actually drive synergy, drive strategy, and I think that's something that you guys automatically think about. I think in sales ops, that's kind of one of your big jobs, right? So yeah. Interesting. Any AI integration so far with the reportings that you've worked with?
Right now, we don't have any AI integration with the reports, but in future, we are planning to do so. It depends upon the customer, because normally whenever a customer sends us a report, like if they want something to be extracted or to be presented in a particular way, so whenever we have a call with the customer, so we have this, we create this playbooks or the operating procedures. So we it depends upon the customer, if they are from China or Australia or from US or maybe European regions. So yeah, we sit down and we have a chat on how the process should be. So we create the operating procedure, sales operating procedures, standard operating procedure, and we design it in such a way that the customer gets the exact output.
Okay, interesting. And I think another topic I did want to talk about, in the purchasing podcast, one of the things we mentioned was this P2P cycle, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of customers approach outsourcing with obviously need-based. Yeah. So it tends to be itemized, and that's cool. That works. We're always here to help. But I think the bigger picture is often missed with us, that we can affect kind of a value chain or a sequence, right? One of the departments, I'm no sales operations professional, but one of the departments I've seen do that really effectively within your team is the SN0.
Yeah.
Maybe you could just elaborate a little bit about what the SN0 team is up to.
So, SN0 team is a really special team that we have. So we have a client over there. Her name is MJ. So yeah. After she has taken over this team, SN0 team, so it has been a revolutionary process for us, because process-wise, it is like we have to do n number of things in that particular process. Normally in sales order booking or back order processing, there is just one task. You have the standard operating procedure, you follow those guidelines. But in SN0, there are multiple things that are happening. Like suppose if we get a customer, first we have to check whether the customer is new or an existing one. Then we have to register that particular customer. Then we have to check whether they are liable to tax exempt or not. After that, once we register that particular customer, then we have to check what are their needs, create a quote, send it to them. If the article is not present with us, then we have to create an S tool. Then maybe send them the quote again, and we have to check the pricing as well. And yeah, once we get the purchase order from the customer, then we have to book the order. So there are multiple things that are happening. And that has been a great learning curve for us. And we started off with 2 employees. Now we are a team of 8. So yeah, that was something that was extraordinary.
Exactly.
And they also used 2 different ERP tools, that is P21 and SN0. So right now we are currently working on P21.
Yeah.
We are in that particular phase where we are creating the SOPs with the customer. So we are aligned. We are completely aligned for that process. So once the SOP is completed, that we can add some more people on it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's kind of why I mentioned it. It's not an item by item process. It's kind of taking a chain of events, and then inserting our team within it, right? I love this setup with MJ because it really displays what the best way to work with us is, right? I think sometimes the customer wants this, and our current capacity is here. What I always try to drive is I really like the setup where it's just extended workbench. This is your team. I know they're sitting in India, blah, 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 getting all these benefits or whatever. But if you really treat us like your team, 1 hour standard then becomes yours. We're aligned on that. But the investment goes a long way. And I think one of the coolest things with this setup is she treats you guys like extended team members. In fact, I don't even like stepping into the situation because I'm like, they're all good. I'll just let Aditya handle it, and they're kind of killing it over there. And obviously, we're seeing the team expand.
Yeah.
This is not because we're pushing for expansion. This is because they've dedicated the time to train the team, to make you guys feel included, to actually include you in everything that's going on in another country.
Yeah.
And that's been working well, and that's why the expansion is coming.
Yeah. And one of the most interesting things that I want to share with you regarding the Ascendo is, like, MJ has created one AI bot in her mailbox.
It's a sentiment.
Yeah, customer sentiment.
Yeah.
So basically, she can segregate all the customer emails upon their feedbacks.
Okay.
So like, if the customer is unhappy or they are super happy, so usually we get the data where we can check whether how the customer sentiments are, and depending upon that we can work on those particular feedbacks. Mostly 99% it is in the good territory, but the 1%, if it is concerning, definitely then we work on those customers. So we can optimize ourselves and provide better services to the customer.
Exactly. Yeah, I love everything that we're doing in S0. I think even now we're discussing it, but it's hard to kind of show the benefit of this. It's huge for sales. You're reactivating a lot of customers. And it's something that like you said, you list out the whole process. It's not something people want to get into on a nitty-gritty level, but it's something that our team is set up to do. So if you're listening out there, your sales team needs this type of service, feel free to reach out. It's a good one to kind of, especially for the customers that are being overlooked. The ones we don't notice. The ones that are just shoved to the bottom of the pile. It's on us to kind of bring them to the top and and reactivate.
And we have connected with a lot of different customers from different countries, right? So and it's a pleasure to work with a team which has expertise in different languages. Like, for example, we have some team members who can speak French, German, Mandarin, and so it helps us and enables the customers to have a good connect with them. So basically, we can understand their requirements, and if we are missing something, if we are lacking somewhere, then it helps us to build that connect again. And also, sometimes all the procedures and are in that particular language, so it's quite easy for us to decode it because we have the expertise, not just in the ERP tools but in the language as well. So that helps us.
Super interesting. I think the language thing is quite unique for us too. Again, I always say it, but it's true. It's one of our benefits. Our core capacities at WBS is we're able to apply something in one country, share it with another, and then kind of unify the standard approach for the group, right? This is super interesting where we do have French speakers. I studied French for a long time in college and school, everything, and one thing that always got me was the grammar. And I saw some of the customer communication and I was like, the grammar is impeccable. which is really, for French people, very important. So it was great to see that there's no issue with there, despite the barriers, despite the borders. We're able to do kind of, like I said, detailed services. At Fair Ease, I think Yota mentioned the Mandarin was also crazy too. So in a call, customer from China. And then team member just immediately started speaking perfect Mandarin. And when I say, again, like I grew up in Malaysia, so I know a little bit of Mandarin too. But wow, really the level of the accents, the intonation was perfect. So very cool to see that. I think now we've recently onboarded a Japanese speaking resource too, which is also working very well.
And there are different 29 different customers that we work with in WBS in Sales Support International. So it's a great experience to work with them. And also if the customer requirement is there, definitely we can search out for
that's part of what we do.
Language experts.
That's part of what we do.
So
for sure.
That ensures that this process goes on smoothly.
Exactly. It's really interesting. I mean, recently we also did this podcast too.
Yeah.
Quite a big scope of people showing up from the Würth group, but customer mastery, right?
Yeah.
And I love this. This is kind of off the script over here. But obviously marketing came up with the term customer mastery, right? And I remember while we were approaching the webinar, your team was like, what does that even mean? And I said, we came up with it, but it is an appropriate topic. I mean, just generally, I'm going to throw it out there. How do you see your team kind of supporting customer mastery for the Würth group companies?
Yeah, so basically language is one of the most important factor.
Yeah.
But secondly, the way that they are trained on the processes.
Yeah.
As I said, they start off their day with sales order booking. By its lunch, they are working on the back orders, then the delivery date reminders, and on the reporting tasks. So the expertise that they have on different processes that enables them to function better, and also 80% of their time that they are working on is not on something that is highly repetitive. They are like juggling on different tasks each day, and because there are different customers, so it is not monotonous for them actually.
Yeah, I see it.
And that's the big reason why they are able to help different customers, and and that is the whole reason why they are motivated. And going forward, we are looking to bring in some new customers as well.
Of course. Yeah, for sure.
We will be requiring help.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm always there. I'm always there, knocking on people's doors. I mean, your team's in early, stays late, right?
Yeah.
And I think, like you said, the nature of what you guys are doing now, it's not so much punching in orders.
Sure.
It is becoming very dynamic with your customers. I think with MJ, it's a good example of how we're sharing tribal knowledge and creating tribal knowledge that's kind of dynamic and improving how the team functions. But as I mentioned, your team also, it shows in their personality, right? Some of our departments, they are kind of in the process so heavy that when they jump out of it and then I talk to them, it's kind of almost robotic. I always find that when I'm talking to your team, it's very dynamic and structured.
Yeah, it's imperative to not just work on a single process every day.
Yeah,
it's much more about learning the process, knowing why we are doing that particular process, what are the consequences of this particular process, and how you help to make this organization a better place.
Yeah, exactly.
That is really important. And productivity wise, it's good, but always if you don't learn different things, then it's going to be a big problem. So the main motto for our team is always that learning on different things, execute it, implement it, and try different things. So this is how you can get better, and this is how you will be ready enough for whatever the future.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, again, just to bring it back to that webinar, I mean, a lot of the questions that came up from the customer was about, ended up going to a direction of how we're splitting up work, how we're organizing the team. And this kind of pulls you out of sales operations in general. But then, we talked about setting regional splits and kind of organizing the schedule and everything like that. Super interesting to see that the questions came from sales operations and eventually led to oh my God, you guys are doing a great job. How do we organize our team in a similar way to approach regional targets, etc. Super cool. Just to kind of wrap it up, man, open-ended question again. What do you think the future is for your job and future is for sales operations in general?
For sales operations, there are a lot of things that we can work in reporting areas right now, because that is something that needs huge upgrade. And I think we still are exporting our reports from Excel.
And it's something you can automate too. Automate, and then it's more of a fine-tuning.
But there are sometimes some customer requirements that you cannot automate. All the repetitive tasks, we are trying to automate it or trying to figure out a way where we can, adapt to it. But in near future, I think that new jobs will be created because of AI, where we can, build out different things. For example, S4HANA I get it, like it is much more faster, simplified and everything, but definitely there will be different requirements going into future
Adjustment.
from sales operations point of view. And sometimes whatever purchase orders that we get, or like sometimes we have to send the quotations, that the customers are pretty much different. So it's not that easy to build a bot where it can just recognize everything and put into the system. You will be requiring manual intervention as well. So that is completely needed. And let's see how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think, reports came up a lot. I think it's the nature of sales operations, right? I'm sure it's kind of a sarcastic joke, but I'm sure all the salespeople love the reports and little fine tuning. But I honestly think, as a salesperson myself, it's important to set up governance. It's important to drive with numbers. I think a lot of salespeople feel like just, okay, let's put the reports down. Let's just focus on getting site visit, increasing the urgency, the amount of leads that we're kind of running through. But without you guys, it's not effective. It's not, we're not really approaching that big topic this year, productivity, right? Just to close it up, obviously we're a service center for the whole Würth group. We're an internal group. Thank you for everything that you do in sales operations within one of the largest sales companies in the world. Any closing thoughts from you?
Thank you so much for having me on board. And it was great experience to, share something really important that is happening here in WBS. And we are more than delighted to help our customers and, different processes that helps us to gain new knowledge, different things. And, it's always a better experience to have different customers, and we are able to solve their problems. And I think that's
I think in all my sales calls I mention when I'm introducing myself, I say, if you don't know who to contact at WBS, contact me. But if you guys have stayed till the end of this podcast, you know if there's anything in sales operations, feel free to contact Aditya over here. He's got you. Thanks for listening to our podcast, listening to our expert advice from you and insights. Have a great day ahead.